How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another video. We are gonna take a break from all of the CGC slab big books today, and we're gonna get back to just a good old-fashioned haul video. This, like normal, is gonna be a combination of some eBay purchases, some claim sales. I'm not sure if I picked any of these up in person or not. It's been a crazy last month or two, which I think it's probably been a solid, in that month or two, I've probably only done one or two claim sales here and there, so I've honestly been sticking to my rule pretty good. It's the eBay that's been getting me. Like I said, for the most part, I've been tracking down some bigger books, some of which you've seen. Some have still yet to come, as well as some pretty awesome, not as big, but still first appearance keys that I find really awesome. A lot of them are still within that Justice League or Justice League Unlimited animated series show. I've really kind of gone down and focused on a lot of those characters' key first appearances, so I'm getting a little bit more sidetracked again. Like I said, I still have a lot of Spider-Man I wanted to get, a lot of Batman and villains I still need to get, but the Showcase, Brave and the Bold, and Justice League run, as well as just random titles with those characters from the shows that I'm looking for, I've kind of been getting pulled all over the place, but we have good old-fashioned haul today, so we'll talk a little bit more, but let's take a close look at these books I got. Alright, first up on the docket today, we have Action Comics 374. This is just another awesome classic Neal Adams issue. I'd actually had this one on my watch list for the longest time and had yet to pull the trigger. And then periodically, as things have slowed down, I'd watch the price get reduced and reduced and reduced, and it finally got to a point that I was able to snag it. It's definitely a very fine copy, but I want to say it was between $40 and $50 when I first started watching it, and by the time I was actually able to snag it, I think it got reduced down to like $15 minus some shipping, so that's when I knew I had to grab it, had to score it. As you guys know, I have a pretty decent size Action Comics, Superman, and Adventure Comics collection, as well as a pinch of Jimmy Olsen, so this is just one more awesome book to go with the rest of them, and of course it's Neal Adams. Pretty much whatever it is, any title, and I'm usually drawn to his books before I even know they're his books, but gotta snag them every time. Alright, this book I would say is one of the favorites of this haul. This is Thor 158, beautiful 12-cent issue. I believe awesome Jack Kirby art. Thor is not even a title I am collecting, but as you guys have seen with a lot of my Silver Age DC, I have runs I'm going after, and then I have just books that catch my eye. This is the same with DC, just everything I love about Silver Age in general. This artwork, the colors, the composition, everything about this book is amazing to me, and I knew I had to have it. This is one I actually got from Mickey from Swaggle House. He was doing a claim sale. I think it's pretty much like the second claim sale he's done. He had a pretty huge, massive Christmas sale, and I think this was just like another summer sale blowout. He usually has at least 2 more people on with him, I think, but this was another book he had that, again, I knew I'd been looking for already because I'd seen it pop up in a few other people's videos, and it's one of the ones that caught my eye, that even though I don't have a Thor run going, it was one I needed for the Silver Run collection. And this is a beautiful, beautiful copy. I forget exactly what he had it down as. It's definitely in the very fine to near mint minus. It is a gorgeous copy of this book. And as you can see on the camera right here, now that we have a much better quality camera we're working with, the color strike on this is amazing. The yellow is popping off of that page, offset with that blue background, that kind of blue-purple with the red of Thor's cape. Amazing book. Next up, we have the Incredible Hulk 115. Just another awesome Hulk leader cover to add to my Hulk collection I have going on right now. Overall, I'm tackling just most of the 12 centers into the 15, as well as getting a little bit choosier as it goes on. For the earlier volume 1 of Batman, I'm kind of the same way. A lot of the early stuff up to the 20 and 30 cent is where I start to get pickier as it goes on, but another beautiful Hulk to have to the collection. And then keeping with that trend, we have the Incredible Hulk 123. I think one or two of these might be duplicates, but they're definitely in a lot better shape than the ones I had, if they are. And the next batch of Hulks you're going to see are all from Swaggle House's claim sale as well. So as you see here, we have 123, 125, an awesome Hulk versus the Absorbing Man. Keep it going with 126. And again, another reason why these weren't necessarily ones I was specifically targeting was the condition of the books. So again, Swaggle House had some amazing books up that night. And I ended up clean sweeping almost all of the Hulk that he had up on the wall. Alright, we got 128 right here. We got the Hulk versus the Mighty Avengers. I'm a big fan of Versus covers, as I mentioned before, especially when it's heroes on heroes. Doesn't matter what titles it are, it's just awesome to see. And then the last one I had from, I think, both his claim sale and Hulk in general is issue 130. Kind of the Incredible Hulk versus Bruce Banner right here on the cover. Again, a lot of these ones, the colors, in addition to the condition, the colors on just a lot of these were spectacular. I forget if he said, I think these were PC books that he had that he was parting with. I think he had a much bigger grail in mind. And so I think that claim sale was to kind of help fuel whatever bad decisions he was about to make. Alright, the next few books I've actually had for a while. I got them from a different claim sale. This was a lot purchase that I got for a good price, but a lot of the books in the lot are lower quality because the ones that were good more than made up for it. So this is Captain America 106. Again, this one is actually very, very low grade. I have it in my fullback and Mylar already, which is why it's presenting much better on camera than it actually is. But it definitely has a lot of issues going on when you get close. It is fragile as all heck. But same thing for a book that was in a way almost free for what I paid for the lot compared to what else was in the lot. Happy addition right there. So that lot had Captain America 106, one of the main books I wanted from the lot, which is the Flash 183. As you guys know, I'm also, in addition to Batman, Spider-Man, and a couple other DC titles, I have a pretty awesome Flash run going. I think he also has some of the awesome, most unique, most fun books and covers, the artwork, the colors. A lot of the Flash is very underrated in my opinion in terms of I never see a whole lot of people talking about it. I see, Green Lantern as long as a couple others, but the Flash never gets his due. And so when it does pop up in any claim sales, I try to snag it as quickly as I can. I've noticed there are a couple people like me that try to kind of, when it does come up, they're kind of trying to grab it also, so it's not that popular amongst the crowds, but when it does pop up, the few of us that want it are a little greedy for it. Alright, and the last book from that particular batch, well, for the ones I have here, a couple of them I've already kind of sorted up in a way, is the Avengers 56, and same thing, presents very, very well in the Mylar, but it is still, this one I think was probably closer to mid-low grade. You can see it's got a giant crease on the side up by the S in Avengers. The spine has a decent amount of wear and ticks on it. And again, Avengers is a run I pick up some here and there, trying mostly for very fine when I go out of my way to pick up a single issue. If it's included in a lot for a good deal, I'm less picky about it, but other than that, let's get into the next lot I have, which was a pretty awesome eBay find I had. Alright, so the next batch I'm going to show you guys, I want to say I scored for $100, and then maybe it was $10-15 shipping. Don't exactly remember because it's been a hot minute, but I'm pretty sure it was right around there. But this slot included Showcase number 63, and I believe this is the first appearance of the Inferior 5. And here you have right on the cover kind of a Hulk parody in the DC universe. Keeping up with that, this is, again, one of the better ones in that lot that I had already been wanting to snag. Showcase 64. This beautiful Silver Age purple, yet again, Spectre cover right here. This is one I already had on my radar. I was trying to grab, but prices for the single issue and a good grade were, for what it is, a little pricey. I was trying to find one for a good deal. This one for this lot was an amazing grab. This is a gorgeous copy of this book. As you can see, yes, it's got some spine ticks, but overall, this book is amazing and the colors are beautiful. So that, again, was one of the more leading incentives for me to pick up this lot. And then going with the last one, which it's kind of weird that we had Inferior 5, then we had Spectre, and then for Showcase 65, we are right back to more of the Inferior 5, but again, and that was the impressive thing about this lot, these books were all, for the most part, in really, really decent shape. Like, I was impressed this many consecutive back-to-back, but this one right here, again, awesome Inferior 5 cover. Not as familiar with them, but it'll go with my Showcase run, so happy to have it. And that was the last, I believe, for the Showcase. The rest of the lot included Brave and the Bold, which, as you guys know, is one of my bread and butter. So we have Brave and the Bold 61, and this, again, awesome purple cover. And I forget exactly, but I believe this is at least the first Silver Age appearance of the character or villain, the Mist, as well as it says down below, the origins of Starman and Black Canary. Black Canary, another one I'm looking to pick up right now. I'm trying to get her at least first appearance of the second Canary. I believe it's Justice League of America 75. I'm trying to get that Dinah Lance that we pretty much saw in the animated shows. So that's kind of my next big ones on my radar. But awesome Brave and the Bold Silver Age cover here. And then keeping up with both the Brave and the Bold and the purple theme, we have issue 67 featuring Batman and the Flash. Just another one where even if you weren't collecting this run, if you happen upon this book, it just looks beautiful, incredible, you'd have to have it. So it's a combination of everything I love. You got the Silver Age, the purple, my Batman, my Flash. Awesome book for the collection. And another one that was a huge incentive for me to buy this lot is Brave and the Bold issue 72 with this amazing Flash and Spectre cover right here. This is another one that I'd already had on my radar that I was trying to find a really, really decent copy for an even better price. And for everything I'd found so far, it was getting a little harder and harder. This is a beautiful classic cover. It has, again, the Spectre, he's up there. I collect his run as well, but Flash is one of my boys, so to have them both right there. This cover is amazing. The condition is even better. It has so much detail going on, and at the same time does not feel overly busy like some can. I'll say, now that I have my fancy new camera, we will get a nice close-up of this book. So you can see what I mean when I say this thing is amazing. So for as many books that were included in this lot and the condition, I thought this was a score. I bought it without hesitation. But we still have one more book that was in that lot. We have Brave and the Bold, issue 73. Another awesome, this time we have Aquaman and the Atom undersea battling this monster. You got Galg the Destroyer. And this is another one that I've really, it's going to be bad for my wallet, but a lot of the covers I've seen from the main Aquaman run as well, a lot of those Nick Cardy covers are really speaking to me, and it's going to be tough that when I really going to get back into more of my claim sale small book away from the big book grail, I'm really going to hone on him more than I have. I have an okay amount of Green Lantern. I actually have an okay amount of the Atom, who we have right here. I'm going after the Creeper run, which I'm almost complete as well. Aquaman is one I have a few issues, but I haven't really dipped all the toes in yet. That's definitely next on the docket. So anytime I see him in the Silver Age with his covers as well, I gravitate towards those books. It's no different with this issue of Brave and the Bold. These books are just incredible. It's everything I love about comics that I've said before, but that's going to complete everything I have for this pickup video. There we have it, everybody. Pretty awesome little variety of books we have today. And we got a little DC and a little Marvel on there. And I say, if you guys have been watching my videos before, I do have some Marvel. Like I said, I have the Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man that I'm going after. I have a small pinch of Avengers as well as a small pinch of Iron Man. I even got some Tales of Suspense, but for the most part, I'm really DC heavy. Mostly because you can get such a good deal on a lot of the books, even the bigger ones. But this was a really good video to show off kind of that moderation where I went claim sale heavy for the longest time. And I filled a lot of short boxes, and I love those books. I'm happy to have them. But as I mentioned before, that little kind of slow drain when you really look at everything, all the space it takes up, and you think in your head, if I had just not bought these 3 batches of books, I could have had this much bigger book. And so it was time to take a break from all of that, focus in on more of some of the big boy keys, the first appearances of the characters that I really love and I really want in the collection. I kind of paced myself out like this little haul right here, for you guys that have been watching my videos, that is nothing compared to what you guys were seeing almost every week, which that does get costly. So this was like a nice little appetizer, kind of keep me full until the next book comes in. I look at it that way where I don't have to go claim sale crazy, but if I get a few here and there, I still have something coming in, something I'm looking forward to, and they're books I want for the collection, so it kind of stops me from going gung-ho on the big boy sales. But other than that, because I was thinking about it too, where a lot of the books I'm tracking down that aren't awesome, just run filler books, are characters that mean a lot to me personally. Whether they are popular for other people, whether they are runs that are popular for other people, it doesn't really matter. These are just characters in books that they mean something to me, and I want to be able to own them, cherish them, have them in my collection to enjoy while I am here. So I want to see, what are you guys collecting? Whether it's main run, like a lot of the big Marvel stuff, even a lot of the big DC stuff that I've seen kind of pop up a little bit more and more. Because like I said, myself, while I do want a lot of those big mainstream books, I've mentioned it several times that I'm kind of going after some stuff even more under the radar while it's cheaper, get a better deal. And they're characters that are going cheap also for some of them because nobody cares about them but me. I'm sure there's a few of you out there, but overall, across like the YouTube videos that we all check out, a lot of the books I'm getting right now, I don't really see crop up. So what are some titles you guys are collecting? What are some characters you guys are going after? I don't care if it's Marvel, DC, indie stuff, just what are the books and runs right now you're looking to complete, characters that you really want to add to your collection? I started this YouTube channel because where I live, there's not a whole lot of people around me to really talk comics with. I have you guys online, and luckily, that's the other thing with claim sales. I've made a lot of friends through the claim sales. I have, even on my little tiny channel, a lot of supporters and people who comment on every video, always interested on what I'm getting. Like I mentioned right now, my Instagram, Conlon's Comics, is much more active, and I've started engaging, posting more on there. So this is my chance to kind of get into that comic book community, because I don't really have it around me in person. So I genuinely mean it when I say down below what you guys are buying, what you're into. I want to talk about it. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. I want to hear about it. But thank you guys for checking out another video. Not as big a haul, but I like to think it's some pretty cool, nice variety of books. And as I mentioned, especially that Thor, I was extremely happy when that came in. That book is gorgeous. But thank you guys for checking out this video. Until next time.